Alright, so we know about tail, head, CD, PWD, ls, cat. Okay. Before I move on with new commands, I want to show you something here. It's called the pipe. And that's that vertical bar. It's right above your backslash. Okay. So backslash, shift backslash, that's a vertical bar. That's called a pipe. Now pipes are really cool, and what it lets us do is take the output of one program and make it the input to another. When I say program, I mean like head. So head 5 mushrooms.txt gives us the first 5. If I hit the up key, that brings up the command we just ran. And then I'm going to hit a pipe here. I'm going to say tail 1. What do you think that's going to do? This is the output of our head 5 command. Right there. When I say tail 1, I don't even have to tell it what file I want because it's working with this as its input. So if I say tail 1, it should give me just the very last row of the previous output from that file, from that command. So I'm saying give me the first 5 of mushroom.txt and then send that output to the tail program and give me the last one. So it should say p cornucopia, comma 30. Oh, there it is. Alright, that's a pipe, and this comes in super handy. It lets you chain together a lot of commands, very simple commands like head and tail and stuff, to create complex outputs. Okay, so let's take a look at this pipe. All right, head 20 mushrooms.txt. I'm going to pipe that to a new program, little command called WC. That just stands for word count. The output of word count by default is 3 numbers. Okay, it tells you the number of lines, words, and characters. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Word count, mushrooms.txt, 19, 341. Okay. Cat mushrooms.txt. That's it right there. The whole thing. So it looks like head 20 didn't do much different than cat. That's because there's only 19 rows. Okay, 19 lines in that file. So head 10 mushrooms.txt. There's our 10. If I pipe that to word count, aha, 10 lines, 10 words. Notice there's no spaces. 185 characters. Alright, so that's the pipe command right there. That one makes easy sense. Okay. How about this one? Sort mushrooms.txt. Sort it based on what? That gave us essentially the same stuff. Well, by default it's going alphabetically, and this is already in alphabetical order. P, P.C, P.O, and then S. So it sorted it for us. How about cut? Okay, it's another command. Mushrooms.txt. Whoops. cut. You must specify lists of bytes, characters, or fields. Cut help for more information. Let's try that. Cut dash dash help. Okay. So there's all these different flags we can give to cut. What this does is split any text file up into columns based on any character you want. So here I've got basically 2 columns. They're just separated by a comma. So I'm going to say cut, and then I'm going to tell it D for delimiter. Okay. So I'm going to tell it what to cut on. And in quotes I'm going to say cut on commas. Mushrooms.text. Still didn't give us what we wanted. F, fields. Okay. So select only these fields. Print any line that contains no delimiter character. Okay, let's try this. So cut on D and pick fields 1 and 2. Well, it did it. Pick for us. Let's see just field 1. Hey, how about that? Let's see just field 2. Aha. Alright, so let's try to chain together cut and sort to where I just get the numbers here sorted. So I can say cut mushrooms 2, there's my numbers. Sort. Hey, how about that? So it's put them in alphanumerical order for us. I can also give a little U flag for unique, and there are the unique numerical values found in mushrooms.txt. Oh, and nitrogen, because that was in there too. If I wanted to get rid of nitrogen, I could say head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bingo. So there's my output. Now it's just printed out to my screen, which is honestly kind of boring, unless you just wanted to see something. This is where we get into our redirect. Alright, so that's just a greater than symbol, and that's going to create a file or overwrite a file. And I'm just going to call that numbers.txt. You can name this anything. Alright. So what this redirect does is it takes whatever was puked out on your screen and instead sends it to a file. Whatever file you want. If you make this the name of a file that already exists, it will overwrite it, deleting everything permanently in there. Just be careful with that. Numbers.txt. Boom, done. So let's look around. Should be something called numbers.txt. There it is. Alright, it's created July 3rd. So we just made it. How do I see inside what's in that file? Cat, let's puke it up. Numbers.txt. There they are. Okay. Last but not least, this is a command that you should use with great caution. In fact, don't use it unless you're feeling really brave. RM. It's for remove. This is different from being in a little explorer area and saying, you know, delete, move to trash. There is no recycling bin, no trash in here. So if I say remove numbers.txt and hit enter, it is gone forever. Cannot be recovered. Okay. So real quick, let's look at the commands we've learned so far. CD, we know how to get around using CD. ls lets us see where we are, or see what's here. pwd lets us see where we are. We've got tail, which is the bottom n numbers of stuff. We've got head, we can give that the number of rows from the top to show. We've got cut, where we have to feed it some delimiter, often that's a comma, and then tell it what fields to do. So 1, 3, and 5, that would work. That would just give us 5 columns. Okay. We've got our pipe, we've got our redirect, we've got our wildcard. Okay. Let's look at cut again real quick. LSL. There's our output. We can cut based on any character we want. So let's cut based on a space. ls.l. Instead of sending it to the screen, we're going to send it to the cut program. Our delimiter is going to be a space, and we want field number 1. Oh, there it is. So it split this output based on spaces and gave us the first field. Neato. Clear.